Hello teachers and staff. This video is going to be focused mainly on Class Dojo and how I used it for virtually teaching. This, not only for virtually teaching, this is the website that I use year after year to communicate with my families. And I love it. It's one of my favorite ways of communication. A lot of teachers may use different things. This is my favorite. I feel like it's the most user-friendly, and it does everything that I need it to do. Here is where I keep track of my students and where I give incentives if they've read so many books this week. I give them coins, or I give them points here. If they turned in their work, if they behaved in the class, at the end of the day I give out points. You name it, and kids just love hearing the little that little ding. I mean, that is the best. Whenever they hear that, they love it and they get excited about it. And just giving out points is a great incentive for them. The class story is where I keep my parents informed. I post about anything and everything to keep my parents up to date. This is where I, during the time that we had to virtually teach due to COVID-19, this is where I would let them know everything. This is where I uploaded my schedule for the week. This is where I would let them know if I was going to be having a Zoom meeting, or if for whatever reason, I was going to be canceling my class and I would reschedule it for another day. I mean, I just kept my families informed about everything. And I feel like that is the best way to go, just keeping your families informed and letting them know when you're running behind, and especially if you're virtually teaching, because you have your schedule set. And if for whatever reason you're supposed to meet at 11 and you cannot make it at 11, just shoot them a little message. Let them know that you're running a little bit behind and your class is going to start at 11:15, or just keeping them informed goes a long way. And I just wanted to share that this is my favorite way to communicate with my families. Students can also turn in their work. They have their own portfolio, so after they have submitted the work to you, then you can, this is all going to be saved under their portfolio. The way that I would check for mastery, for example, when they wrote a book, if that was the assignment, I would ask them to submit a video to me of them reading the book. And that just tells me that they actually wrote the book and that they can actually express what they wrote in the book. So that was just a little something that I would do, and that was just a way for me to know that yes, they did write the book. Because sometimes when you're virtually teaching and you get work that is submitted, and all of a sudden their handwriting has drastically changed, and you can tell that it's not their handwriting. And so this is a quick way for me to know if they did write the book and that they can read the book, and they can express it. So that's all for today. If you have any questions, I will be happy to share with you my experience. You can also message parents directly, and that keeps your messages private. Or they will also sometimes comment on your post, and if they have any questions, but that's for everybody to read. But if they want to keep something private, then they would message you directly. I love Class Dojo, as you can see, so if you have any questions, and there's tons of things that you can do. You can take attendance. You can set the timer. I mean, this is one of my favorite features, is the timer. There's tons of things that you can do with this website. So that's all. Class Dojo.